Thank you so much for joining us. It's always great to sit down and talk about the city and everything that's going on involving our state's most important economic and political center, the city of Boston, with the mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu. Mayor, great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Great to have you over here. Our last time we talked was last fall. We had to do it by Zoom because of some COVID that was going on over here. Back then, I asked you about running for re-election. You're up next year, and you said something along the lines of you were 90% there. Well, have the other 10% vanished? Are you definitely running?
I have a lot of work in front of me. A lot of it is important long-term work, and I hope to keep making progress on that. So I still need to have some conversations before shifting on to a campaign or politics. So for now, I'm focused on what's in front of us in City Hall and hope to have an announcement at some point in the future.
What are you still mulling over? Is it personal stuff or other?
When you are doing this, it is a all effort, all heart, all family and community event. And so I'm really focused on making sure our team is responding to the work inside City Hall and out in our communities every day. Making an official campaign announcement takes a whole level of other coordination among a bunch of different factors.
All right, but your message to potential challengers is hold your fire.
I love what I'm doing.
Okay,
I love the city. Hope to keep doing it.
All right, thanks. So back to reality here. It's never a dull moment. There's a crisis brewing in the market for office space in Boston. Rising vacancy rates, falling property values, all threatening to blow a big hole in the city's revenue over the next few years. You just recently filed a petition with the state requesting permission to raise commercial property tax rates as needed to deal with this over the next few years. Major players in the commercial real estate world that I've been talking to say this is like pouring gasoline on a fire. What's your response to them?
This is a situation where cities around the country are having to rethink ultimately how to have their downtowns be lively and vibrant with more residential, more events. We are doing everything we can to make sure we are trying to address the underlying challenge here around vacancies, because we know the more people there are from living in the neighborhood, from having an easy time walking there and being in the area, that supports our small businesses, it keeps our streets safe, there's all sorts of benefits. In the very short term, the way that Boston city services are funded is through a set of pretty rigid state tax laws. State tax laws determine exactly how and how much we collect of taxes, and we don't have flexibility to say if commercial rates go down, we are just going to accept that. The automatic, if we do nothing and the commercial values drop, residential property taxes will go up very significantly. I cannot have that happen, and I know our residents and our businesses can't afford for that to happen either, because we are already seeing people push to the brink of a housing crisis with affordability. We need to have the flexibility from the state to just dial it a little bit to protect residents. Think of it this way. There is a pie of taxes. We don't get to change the size of the pie depending on what happens, only how it is cut between residents and commercial. And if we don't change the structure of this particular provision to ease the shift, it will end up causing strain and pressure on our seniors, on homeowners and renters, and all the workers at these businesses as well.
Well, first of all, some Boston property owners, residential property owners, could afford to pay more. There's a lot of affluent people in this city who live in properties that are, by most measures, undertaxed. You have one of the lowest residential property tax rates in the region, and the city's never had a Prop 2.5 override. Why not look to target a little more residential revenue?
I will do whatever it takes to keep costs low for our residents and homeowners and renters. We simply, with housing prices already where they are, the vast majority of Boston's residents are struggling to make sure that they can pay rent and do everything else that they need. They're paying an unsustainable amount already with the cost of housing as it is. And so we can't make that worse, because then it affects our businesses. It affects everything else we're trying to do.
Well, but what about the point that these property owners are making, that and investors, that, you know, this is just piling woe on top of woe and sending a negative message, and perhaps ultimately forcing them to look elsewhere for their investments?
Well, I think we have to be clear about what is being proposed here, which is the same tool that was deployed during the Menino administration exactly 20 years ago when there was a similar situation. The tweak of just a little bit of a smaller drop to taxes on the commercial side means that we don't get a skyrocketing of taxes on the residential side. So it's not that commercial property owners are paying more taxes. They're paying less of a decrease than they otherwise would have. Now, I wish we had the ability not to rely on property taxes for 3/4 of how we pay for city services. It is a different figure and mix of revenues than most other major cities in the country have. But because we're limited by state law as to how we can generate revenues to pay for police and fire and teachers and parks and pothole filling, this is the system that we have. And in order to move through that, my number one concern is going to be protecting our residents and homeowners.
Well, I can think of one. We have to take a break, but I can think of one big difference between now and 20 years ago. Back then, in the early aughts, the dot-com bubble had burst and so forth, and the city quickly rebounded. The seaport development began, bringing in all sorts of revenue. This time around, we have this pandemic-induced phenomenon of working from home. Do you think that's temporary or not?
The mechanism of more remote work being included in every job category that can use it is not going away. It adds flexibility. It is what employees want.
So that's a big difference then.
However, I will say the impact of what that means in Boston and in our city is yet to be seen in the long run. We have not seen leases turnover. And in fact, the city of Boston doesn't even have the data to know if we need to use this shift at all. What's different between now and 20 years ago is that the city waited until they realized they had a crisis, then because of the legislative cycle tried to run up to quickly get that done. We're trying to be proactive to have this so we can be prepared for any situation. We do not believe it will be a full-on crisis, and we're doing everything we can to fix transportation, childcare, housing, so that we're ultimately fixing the underlying situation.